Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Villa on Tour. You join me on my morning stroll just before we head into town to have a few beers with the chaps. Yes, today is the derby that is a derby that sort of isn't a derby that they think's more of a derby than we do, but actually is a rivalry, West Midlands derby, whatever it is. Wolves at Villa Park, of course, but it's a Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff. Beautiful. As we know, Wolves have had a very slow start to the season, which is basically a hangover from last season as well. They didn't end that very well, and they currently sit in the relegation zone in 18th place. Some could say they've had a difficult summer as well, losing the likes of Pedro Neto, who always had a good game against the Villa, Max Kilman at the back as well. But they've still got some very talented players like Cunha, just bringing in the new lad in midfield, Andre as well, Brazilian lad, and the new striker as well, Norwegian Strand Larsen, who I think is about 6'4", could cause Villa a lot of issues today, as we saw Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's a similar sort of striker, do last week against Pau Torres and Ezri Connors at the back. But look, we're just coming off our Champions League travels in Switzerland. If you haven't already checked out that video on the channel, please go and do that. Absolutely nuts support on that, by the way. I think it's on like 6,000 likes, which is one of the most liked videos on the channel ever, so thank you so much. Really feeling the love, like I'm saying, in pretty much all the videos at the moment, so thank you. I think 6,000 likes will be a little bit mental today, but if we can go big again and hit 3,000 likes, smash a like on the video if you haven't already. That would be absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much. But it was a professional 3-0 win. We were clinical, and hearing that music in the stadium for the first time in my lifetime following the Villa, it was unbelievable. And there were guys, young boys, who are obviously there in 1982 and remember actually Villa playing in the European Cup as it was then all those years ago. So for them, seeing them emotional, there was even tears in people's eyes. Like, it was just such a beautiful moment. Tielemans and Onana was sensational. Jacob Ramsey back to his best. Morgan Rogers flying, and a clean sheet. Perfect. But look, we're at home. It's a game where if Villa go in with the correct mentality and be professional like we were at Young Boys, should be getting the 3 points today without doubt. And that will make it 4 wins out of 5 in the Premier League to start the season. Don't get much better than that. Main question though, is this bakery open at this time in the morning? These are the sort of questions that people come to Villa on Tour to find out the answers to. Let's have a look. Bash. That is lunch sorted, a lovely little Cornish pasty. That'll do nicely. Right, see you at the train station. Now, I know it's the thing that is most likely at the front of all of your minds. Max, how was the Cornish pasty? Do you know what? It was pretty decent. I'd give it a strong, so what are we saying here? 8.5, 9 out of 10. Let's be kind. It was actually really good. Lunch sorted. Anyway, enough of the messing about. I just wanted to say a massive thank you for 65,000 subscribers. Another massive milestone hit. It's absolutely unbelievable. I think we're closer to 66k now, which is wild. So firstly, a massive hello to all the brand new subscribers. I hope you enjoy the content. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing? Get on it, get down below, subscribe, join the family. I think what might get thrown at Villa a lot this season is, can we deal with coming back to the Premier League after playing away in Europe in the Champions League, because it is so demanding. I think at this time this season, especially against the kind of fodder that was Young Boys, we should be okay. But then you could throw out the argument of, well, pretty much every Conference League game we had away from home last year, we came back and in the Premier League we won. I think apart from like Tottenham at home when we got battered after Ajax. And on the whole, we've managed it absolutely brilliantly. A lot of these players were obviously here last year, and if they weren't, they've probably played either international or in Europe before. So I don't think it's going to be a surprise to anyone really, but you know what the media's like. Oh, can Villa match it in the Premier League and the Champions League? We've got Unai Emery, mate. Of course we can. Anyway, train in about 3 or 4 minutes. Let's get into town. Good afternoon, son. Wolves at home then. Cautiously optimistic?
Yeah, you've got to be. I mean, we're coming off the back of a decent start, well, a very good start to the season actually, and winning in Europe earlier on in the week. And the Wolves, they've had a bit of a disastrous start, haven't they? What is it, 1 or 2 points have they got so far?
Only 1 point, yeah.
1 point, isn't it? So, yeah, you've got to be optimistic. You're at home. It's still a tough game, though. I still think they'll come and be up for it and be in our faces a little bit. But look, back at Villa Park at home, you've got to be confident.
Do you reckon there'll be any changes today? I probably don't think there will be, especially with Wickham on Tuesday. You probably see the likes of Matson and obviously Duran will get a start. Players who haven't had so many minutes so far, they'll probably get a game against Wickham, so probably stay the same today. Bogart to staying there?
Probably, unless we have any more sort of injury niggles. Yeah, I don't foresee any changes, especially with Wickham coming up on Tuesday as well. So yeah, and I think that gives us the chance to rotate a little bit on Tuesday, doesn't it?
So, can I get a prediction, please?
Yeah, I think Villa win 2-1.
Right, we've had a couple of beers, train in about 5-10 minutes. Team news in a sec as well. Let's get to the ground. Running to Liam, we've got Ryan as well. Liam, firstly, score predictions on what do you reckon today?
I reckon 3-1 today. A bit of a derby for me from Wolverhampton, so up the Villa.
Loving it. Ryan, what do you reckon, son?
I reckon a 2-0 Villa today. Up the Villa.
special guest on the channel this weekend. We've got international Noah all the way from
Melbourne.
From Melbourne, Australia. Unbelievable. In the whole end today for the first time since 2018. How's it sort of felt as an Australian? I know Villa on Tour's got a load of Australian followers, by the way, which is unbelievable. Shouts out to you guys. But how's it sort of been watching Villa from so far away go from Championship to Champions League like so fast?
It's been quite bizarre, to be honest with you. Like, I still remember coming to my first game against Blues 4-2.
Yeah.
Sitting
that was your first game?
First ever game was Blues 4-2. And then obviously the Dean Smith era, and then the Gerrard era.
Yeah, man.
And then
so the last time you were in the UK was, oh my God, I remember it. It was terrible. Long-time viewers of the channel might remember. You came to Leeds away 0-0 under Gerrard. Yeah. You didn't really see a lot, so hopefully this trip is a little bit better. What games are you watching?
So I was at Everton last week, Wolves today, Wickham during the week, that'll be
nice.
a belter, and then Ipswich and Man United.
Oh, loving it, son. Score prediction today then, Wolves at home. Got to get a win, haven't we, just like last week?
Yeah, I think it'll be 3-0, clean sheet, fingers crossed. We haven't had one since Arsenal away, I think, was our last clean sheet. So
try and beat that. And your star man is Joe Gauchi. Not that we're probably going to see him today, but as an Australian, big fan of him?
Absolutely big fan of him. Honestly, I haven't really watched a lot of him, but it'll be good fun. Hopefully he gets a game on Tuesday.
My score prediction today. I like the team. Carlos comes in, obviously Bogard, not trusted with this one. I don't know. I think it's difficult. People say it's a derby, so anything can happen, but I think we've got to win today. I'm going to go 3-1. Like Simon said, don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet today. I'm going to go with that last and the big man getting a goal. There's a bit of rain coming off my head because I'm the only one not wearing a bloody coat in the ground. But yeah, I'll go 3-1, get the 3 points today, make it 4 out of 5 in the Premier League. Bash. Come on then, Jamie, what do you reckon today? Predicted 5-1 against Everton.
Right, leave it
and
out.
I took the mick a little bit, but still as confident today against the Dingles?
I'll say 3-1 today. Again, clean sheet's not happening. We don't keep clean sheets. Keeping on from Tuesday, another 2-3 goals.
And you've got a little message for us, haven't you, son?
Yes, so that's my score prediction, and another quick shout out to today's video sponsor.
Yes, just before we do get into kickoff, here's a quick message from this video sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Now, what is Surfshark? Well, it's a VPN that can keep your laptop, your phone, and even your smart TV safe and secure whilst you're using the internet and online. It hides your IP address and hides all of your data to make it really hard for those nasty hackers to see what you're doing, steal your data, see your passwords when you're using free Wi-Fi, for example, which is something that I know that I use a lot of the time, so it's nice to have Surfshark to put my mind at ease and protects me when I am using those public Wi-Fis. As well as keeping you super safe, it also opens you up to so much more content online. I always say my favourite thing about Surfshark is the fact it allows you to change the virtual location of your device to anywhere across the world. So it makes it seem like your device is active in a different country, which can open you up to so much more films on Netflix, for example, and of course makes it easier and cheaper to watch football. I'm talking about those 3 PM kickoffs, if you know what I mean. So if any of that sounds good to you, I've got a deal for you. Use my code VillaOnTour for an extra 4 months free over at Surfshark. Like I said, it's something that I use every single day, so I cannot recommend it enough. And if it sounds good to you, use my link in the description to get yourself a great deal over at Surfshark. It'd be nice to have a tribute to Gary Shaw today, actually at Villa Park. Obviously, his name got sung throughout the whole of the Young Boys game, which is really, really lovely. They just had a nice video on screen about Gary Shaw, which is nice, showing some of his highlights, obviously from the 1982 era and all of that sort of stuff. So I think there's a minute silence before the game as well, which will be really, really good to adhere. So looking forward to that. Absolute legend.
Hi, I'm Noah, and I think the score is going to be 3-1 Villa. Up the Villa!
So I'm joined by Austin for his quick score prediction. Austin, what's the score going to be today, son?
2-1.
2-1. Who's your goal scorers though? Ollie Watkins, what do you fancy?
Watkins and Duran.
I love it, son. Give us a big up the Villa now, Austin.
Up the Villa!
Carlos looking like he's asleep. But it's simple. He gets the ball from Martinez and it's simple. It's far too casual from Carlos. He just don't care. Doesn't put enough on the pass. What is he doing? He's so lazy. Silly mistake as well. Been in control. We can't get in the game. Rodgers ain't touching the ball. McGinn ain't getting in the game. To be fair to Wolves, they've done well. What has happened there then? It looks like we've got some sort of hangover from Europe. I don't know, just everything feels a little bit flat. Obviously within the stands and on the pitch as well, just nothing's coming off. We haven't sort of got going anything going forward as well. There's no patterns, there's no rhythms, there's no anything really. Rodgers hasn't been allowed to get on the ball, and I've got to say, like, credit to Wolves, fair play. They look like they're a little bit sharper than us, they look more up for it than us. The basics really. Carlos, what is he doing for the goal? I've got to say, it's a great finish. I think it's Cunha. Great finish coming off the post, fair play. What is Carlos doing? He plays like he's just done an all-nighter. Like he just looks a little bit slow and a little bit lax, and he looks like he's away with the fairies a lot of the time when he plays, and that's just lazy, it really is. So again, it's a mistake, and we look like from set pieces, we look vulnerable as well, from corners as well. Martinez has made a couple of really, really good saves, but I don't know, we just haven't got going, and McGinn's gone off just before half-time, which ain't great. Bailey coming on might actually help us a little bit, going a little bit more direct, a little bit of pace as well. Both their fullbacks on yellow cards, which could be important going into the second half. Bailey just kept running at them, but not been great. We haven't got going, and it looks like there is a hangover from Europe, which didn't expect. Oh! Not a bad start. Creating a bit more. Come on. This ref, man. Singing do-a-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. Running past defender, scoring 1 or 2. Onana, Ramsey going off. Barkley and Duran coming on. It's what we need. A bit of physicality, get into them a bit. We're being bullied at the moment. Come on, JD. Corner ball, come on. Oh, Watkins with a headed chance. Oh, come on, it's coming, man. Come on, man! Wow! Come on! Duran has somehow mucked it up and we've scored from it. He bullied his way through there. Who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya? That boy Watkins, he goes on streaks. Yes! Ollie Watkins! Ollie Watkins! Yeah! Against the Dingles! Yes! What a ball from Tielemans, and what a finish from Ezri Konsa! Pick that one out, Johnston! Pick that one out! Oh, wanky, wanky! Wanky, 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 wanky wonders! Oh, wanky, wanky! Wanky, 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 wanky wonders! Big Ezri! The most I've ever seen. 13 minutes added on. 13! Unbelievable! Match of front! Unreal! Yo, guess who? Guess who? Murder when Duran scores! Where's Johnson gone, by the way? He thinks he's playing for Villa still. Rodgers to Duran. He ain't missing that one, son. How sweet is that? Mind the gap, I say. Mind the gap, Wolverhampton. It's getting bigger every fucking day. Yes, man! What a win that is! That is incredible! Huge result. That's character, mate. Coming from behind again, unbelievable. As a collective, so much better in the second half. Tielemans, Duran causing problems, Konza, Matson as well, Ross Barkley, joke. The amount of times I've stood in the away end at Wolves and had to deal with the bloody South Bank having a go. We've had a disastrous record against these in the past, but what a win that is. Come on. Well, if I look absolutely terrible, I do apologise. I think the only 2 times it rained today was when we were walking to the stadium, when we were walking out of the stadium. There was like thunderstorms, even the lights went off in the ground towards the end of the game when the thunder happened. Bizarre. So apologies for the hair. Can't wait to have a shower. Anyway, absolutely loving life at the moment, aren't we? Another 3 points, then we go 3rd in the table. And we weren't great today. We weren't great, especially that first half. Wolves by far the better side. Had a couple of chances as well to be even further ahead, to be totally honest with you. They had a couple of chances from set pieces. Villa just couldn't get in their rhythm. It looked like we were really struggling after midweek in Switzerland. But then in the second half, we slowly grow into the game. Bailey gets on the ball a little bit more, struggling to create still, but then you get that first goal. The crowd gets up for it, and it's similar to sort of what happened at Everton. It's like, right, we're going to go on and win this. And we were brilliant. I thought Emery's subs were fantastic. Ross Barkley coming on, he was exactly what we needed. Onana wasn't having a great game, fine. You've got someone of the quality of Ross Barkley coming on. Ian Matson, absolutely fantastic, a great clearance at the end. John Durant as a sub, we all know about him by now. So this is what we're dealing with at the moment, people, like the amount of squad depth and the quality there. It's a different level, absolute different level. Just unfortunately today, the John McGinn injury is probably the most negative thing of the day. Didn't look too serious at the time, but apparently it's a hamstring injury, and Emery said that it's possible that he might be out for a couple of weeks, which is really not what you need. Yes, like I was just saying, we've got that squad depth and whatever, but John McGinn is so unique. It's not like you've got a like for like, you can change him in. We're going to miss him. And yeah, it's just what Villa do. Always feel fairly confident that we've got goals in us, and coming from behind for the 2nd week in a row, fantastic. Wolves weren't great. You know what? They've got some players that, who, have a decent amount of quality, and, you pick them out and think, yeah, they're decent, but as a team, they ain't great. I mean, Cunha was decent. He was probably the shining light. Great goal for their goal. But yeah, they're going to struggle this season, I reckon. Anyway, happy days on to Wickham on Tuesday in the Cup. Get a bit of rotation in there, get a few minutes into some other players' legs, and yeah, looking good at the moment, looking good. We are bang in form, absolutely loving life at the moment. Another win at Villa Park. Not another clean sheet though, we don't really do those, but not too fussed. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, let's smash that target of 3,000 likes. That'd be unbelievable. Go and check out Surfshark. Top link in the description. Without further ado, next time I shall see you will be at Wickham. Up the Villa boys. Come on.